Hi, it's Marina J. How are you going? If you haven't met me yet, I help people flourish after narcissistic abuse. I'm an integrative coach. I specialize in shadow alchemy and lots of different things so that you don't just survive narcissistic abuse, you actually flourish. I have free training below for you to really thrive after narcissistic abuse. Come join it. You will have immediate access to it. What happens to you as it's getting colder and colder? If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, you might find the nights are drawing in, it's getting colder. Are you finding yourself ruminating more on what these toxic people did to you? If that's you, I want to share with you today how you can really honor this natural part of winter, which is where we do look on the past year, and actually how not to get bogged down by it. So wintertime is a natural time. If you think about the trees, what happens to trees in the winter? They stop expanding and their trunks contract and they grow deeper roots. Same for you and me. If we continue taking loads of action and we continue being out there and we're doing, we actually don't have the time to actually contract and actually go down into our roots and really look at the root causes of some of our behavior towards our self-respect, towards people that have hurt us, where are we still giving them chances? Where are we still hoping for the best and putting ourselves into harm's way? So if you think about yourself as a tree, this time is to self-reflect. If you are self-reflecting, if you are withdrawing, if you are ruminating, you're actually in alignment with winter. And so that might look like you really feeling sorry for yourself and really feeling how they affected you all year. Grieving for what you've lost, for the time that you've lost, grieving for the time that could have been spent on your dreams, but you got so smashed by what they did, what they said, what they didn't do, that you couldn't. And so it's a really good time to allow yourself to really see the cost of what maintaining these toxic relationships have given you, or if you're no contact, what they did give you, the cost of when you were with them. What did it cost you in terms of your health, your well-being, your nervous system? Are you still healing from all of that? So kind of give yourself that, and that tree with those roots, the root causes of you still going back for more if you are, or the root causes of, okay, I don't have the narc in my life, but where am I still spending my energy on things or people that are draining it? So just noticing that as well. Where are you still saying yes to who or what you know drains you, or what you're starting to be really aware of that drains you? So it's a great time to really ruminate and self-reflect, and sitting down and spending time with yourself, writing it out, thinking about it, talking about it, meditating on it, however you want to do it. Let yourself be in this space. And it's so important for you moving forward after narcissistic abuse to shift, no longer overgiving, no longer saying yes when you mean no, no longer letting other people set the tone of your life, right? This is about you and your dreams and what you want. And with narcissistic abuse, what happens is that they become overly defined and you become almost invisible to yourself. Flourishing after narcissistic abuse is you come into high definition, you come into sharp focus, so that you are completely aware of what you want, of what you need, of how people affect you, of what is and what is no longer good enough for you, because your standards are rising. And it's all now how the world, how it all relates to you. Because the old you is all about how you relate to other people, how you land for other people, what they're going to think when you say or do this, how they're going to judge you. The old you had to doubly think about how you were going to say one simple thing, which might be, would you like to meet up? Or thank you so much for something, because you're so aware of how they're going to land. This you is actually about how things are going to land for you. So if you've been ruminating a lot, or you're beginning to really ruminate, and you might be feeling sorry for yourself, and you might be feeling really sad, and that's an important part of healing, very important for you to go back and do that as much as you need to really grieve. Just know you're in alignment with nature. You're not flatlining, you're not going backwards, you're not doing any of that, you're not kind of slipping into negativity. It's actually a really important part, because winter is asking us to reflect and decide how we're going to do next year differently. Where are you going to spend your energy? What are you no longer available for? Where can you now say a full-bodied no to what hurts you? These are great questions for you to ruminate on, but also to bring you out of the rumination and into creation. And that creation energy isn't asking you to take lots of action. Wintertime is usually not the time to be expending huge amounts of energy, take lots of action, be out in the world all the time. It's actually the time to withdraw. So don't get that mixed up again with flatlining or going backwards. You're actually all in alignment. But this time is asking you, well, okay, if you're looking at your life as it's been this year, and you look at how you've been affected, and you look at what it's cost you, these toxic people, they're not going to change. They might show you a good part of themselves. Maybe they're going to take you out somewhere nice, or maybe they're going to finally do something else, but they're not going to change. So then we say, well, okay, how can I make next year easier on me? How can I expend less energy? How can I expend less energy or no energy on people that are extractive? They extract my energy. People that require me to be over-giving. People that require me to be overly on my A game. People who are requiring me to do what they are not willing to do in the relationship. So that they're asking me to process their emotions for them. They're asking me to regulate their nervous system for them. They're asking me to fill in the gaps where they're not willing to fill in the gaps themselves. They're asking me to take bad behavior. They're asking me to say, yes, please, no, thank you, basically to acquiesce to them. They're asking me to completely just people please. And perhaps this new you is no longer willing to continue doing some of the things that you did this year, which means you're going to be more and more yourself. So can you use this time, if you feel yourself ruminating, if you feel yourself reflecting, can you also get into creation and write down for yourself, how is next year, or how is, whenever you're listening to this video, right? How is the next month, or how is the next 6 months going to be different for me? How am I going to do things differently? What will I say no to? What will I say yes to? And how can I continue putting myself into sharp focus? Because to flourish from narcissistic abuse, for somebody where it's always been about them, it's no longer about them. It's no longer about what they may or may not do, or their completely distorted perception of you, right? It's no longer about them. It's no longer about trying to make them see, trying to make them happy, trying to reconcile, trying. It's no longer about that. It's about you and your dreams. So for somebody where it's always been about them, now it's got to be about you. So enjoy ruminating, enjoy reflecting, and enjoy deciding on how you're going to do things even better, even more so in the next portion of time in front of you. That is you serving yourself first. And that is you healing. Lots of love. Let me know in the comments below where you're at with this. Are you more in the ruminating? Are you more in the creating? And what do you want to create for yourself? What are you really deciding on? Because every time you decide, you call in the energy that is going to support that for you. Loads of love.